Hello, everyone. How are you this evening? I hope everybody's doing great. And yes, that was Snurblina. Snurblina is, the queen amongst all Snurbles. Therefore, she deserved a place of honor in the intro. So she's just wandering the Pendergast estate. So, thank you, everybody, so much for coming to my debut. I am super excited to have you all, and I hope that you're excited to be here. I am super nervous right now. About 15 minutes ago, my heart rate increased and I started kind of getting a little bit shaky. So thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. And for all of the follows that I heard just before the stream started. So, oh my goodness. And thank you as well for the follow. So tonight we are here at the Pendergast estate. Yes, nerves are for suckers. I am a sucker. Thank you all for coming here to gather at the Pendergast estate. And, I just, while I have you here, I wanted to talk a little bit about the plight of the Snurbles. Snurbles are, those cute little creatures that, like Snurblina that you saw in the, earlier wandering the Pendergast estate. And they are unfairly, victimized, thought to be void sent, which is, that's propaganda, by the way. That's totally untrue. It's all propaganda promoted by the Hair Club for Here. And we are here together today to gather together to fight against that and to help spread awareness about the plight of the Snurbles. So, I hope that you can learn something tonight. I hope that, you come away from here feeling a little bit more, that you know more about the Snurbles and how they suffer. And, and I almost forgot to introduce myself. I'm so sorry. I am Penelope Pendergast. I am your hostess for this evening. So I hope that, as we go on, I'll get to know each one of you and you'll get to know each one of me. And of course, more about the Snurbles. So, let's begin. I'm going to introduce a couple of our VIPs that we have here at, tonight's soiree. So if you don't mind, I would love to introduce them to you now. Are you ready? I do not have a wig on. No, this is all natural. These locks are beautiful and natural and not at all a wig. That's a lie. So how dare you, sir, for saying that I might have a wig on. No, it is not all natural, Snurble. This is all natural from my own head. So let's not have any more of those awful rumors. Awful rumors. Alrighty. Now, on to introducing some of our VIPs tonight. All right, so I'm going to introduce them one by one in no particular order. So let's begin with our first VIP. Here we have Tom Kempt, who is a local reporter. And here to document, tonight's soiree and, and also to help spread the word about the plight of the Snurbles. Tom Kempt is known for articles such as, 10 ways how to glam up your chocobo, Lolliprints. Are they invaders or friends? And, stimulating articles like that. So I hope that you'll look up some articles written by Tom Kempt in the future. Next, we have Pierce Gilroy, who is he calls himself an aspiring hair model. I don't know what that means, but that's what he calls himself. He also likes to sing and dance around a while. Honestly, I find him a little bit annoying, but hey, if he can come here tonight to help promote Snurble blood-free hair care, then, I'm more than happy to have him. Next, we have Wendy D'Argent, who is, well known throughout Ishgard, bit of nobility there. Also a songstress in her own right. No, he doesn't use, well, okay. I have heard that he does, Pierce does use hair cement though. So it's not confirmed. So, but I have heard that. But yes, back to Wendy, who kind of odd, showed up tonight with a milkshake. Even though I have plenty of refreshments here, I don't really understand it. But, she loves milkshakes, so, whatever. But she's here to lend herself and her, social stature and her celebrity as a songstress in her own right to this cause. And I really appreciate that. So thank you, Wendy, for being here tonight. Of course, and then, there's me, Penelope, who I am the chair of the Save the Snurbles Foundation, which, is what we're here for tonight. And then we have Zara, who, another, celebrity known for the Mia Dance Hall and performance venue. A lot of great shows there. So, if you ever have a chance, please check that out. She's a lovely person. We also have Maximilian Crawford, which, okay, you know what? When I was, going to school, I interned for Maximilian. It's a very wealthy individual. So, that's one of the reasons why we definitely wanted to hear him tonight, because, honestly, we need money for this type of work. So, that's why he's here. Very fashionable individual as well. And last and least, honestly, is a Pierre Gilroy, which I've heard that is actually somewhat of a distant cousin of Pierce Gilroy. And if that wasn't bad enough, honestly, Pierre Gilroy is also the president for the Hair Club for Here. I don't know what he's doing here tonight, but hey, who knows? Hopefully, while he's here with us tonight, we'll be able to help change his mind about the use of Snurble blood in hair care products. If you don't know, the Hair Club for Here, it's just a bunch of old balding individuals who think that by using Snurble blood, and rubbing it on their head, their skin is somehow grow the locks of their youth, which is totally untrue. If anything, in fact, it actually makes things worse. So, you know what, Pierre, stop looking at me like that. I can't even stand your glare, but you need to change your ways. So that's our VIPs here tonight. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I hope that you're having a good time. So these are our VIPs. And, let's move on with the presentation as I tell you more about the Save the Snurbles Foundation. Wait. What happened? Anybody else notice the lights went out? What? Does anybody hear anything? I think I heard like a scream in the distance. Did anybody else hear that? Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? Phineas is, by the way, the Pendergast family butler. Phineas, can you please get those lights back on? That would be really great. I just can't continue with my presentation without the lights. So, can you, come on, Phineas, please. Phineas? Lights. Okay, now we have the lights get, what's going on here? Pierre? Oh my God. Everybody, nobody move. It appears that Pierre Gilroy, the hair club for here, has been murdered. So, I didn't do it. You saw me the entire time. I didn't do it. It was not me. Not me. Okay, so let's see if we can sort this out. Okay, first of all, I would like to prove my innocence first. So, as I said earlier, you all saw me, so I didn't do it. I had nothing against Pierre at all. Nothing. Fine individual, fine person, Love him to death. Wasn't me. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit about myself to prove that it wasn't me. Starting with about me. Yay! Hey, Zell, how are you doing? Yes, exactly. Nobody with hair this fantastic could be a killer. It's just not possible. There's nothing scary about Snurblina. Snurblina is lovely. She's just, cuddly. No, it's not dyed red. It is natural red. Stop that. Yes, a person has debuted. A person has died. A person has debuted, and we're just going to move on to a murder. No, a person has just died, and so we're going to move on with the debut. Yes, absolutely. But no, we're moving on with the debut because, in order to prove that it wasn't me, absolutely was not me, I need to tell you why it wasn't me, starting with about me, as it so should be. So let's move on. About me. My name is Penelope Pendergast. You can also call me Pen or Penny, only if you're certain individuals, because, for the most part, I don't like Penny. I just don't know what it is. Just preferably just Penelope or Pen. That would be fine. Or apparently pepperoni. My Pender Kalabi. Oh my goodness. Actually, maybe that's what it is, because I don't like pennies. So, I mean, you should pay for things at least in a denomination of, 100 gil or more. Pendergast. Ugh. Awful. My race is here, also known as human to some of you. So, not a cat girl. I'm not a demon girl. I'm not a magical girl. I am just a plain old human who just happens to have fabulous fashion sense, great hair. Look at this outfit. Isn't it fantastic? It was designed by Zell, who is just does beautiful work, as you can all agree. My origin is Ulda, richest city in Eurasia, as of course, I am from. And my birthday is December 5th. So, birthday's coming up. Yay me. I am okay. Yes, sir. I'm very magical. I'm just gonna hide that though for now. We gotta leave some mystery for later streams. Don't want to talk about it all now. Right now, for today, I'm just a normal, fabulous human being. Speaking of approaching oldness, my age is no. Don't ask. I'm not going to tell you. That is something you should never ask a person. If they want to share it, then they can share it. But my age right now is just no. N-O. My occupation is socialite, snurble conservationist, and philanthropist. I also do a bit of, entrepreneurial work on the side, kind of as a hobby. But yeah, And welcome. Hello. Glad to have all of you, everybody who's, just joined. So excited. And thank you again for the follow. So, moving on. We're going to talk about some of my likes, because I know you guys are all very interested. I know I am. I like snurbles and saving the snurbles, if you couldn't tell. Snurbles are just wonderful. I also love to learn how to do arts and craftsy things. I really love to understand how things are made and, then figure out how to do it myself. I've taught myself a little bit of 3D design. I have taught myself, one day I got really bored and I taught myself how to crochet. I taught myself, as I think probably one of the strangest things in recent memory is I taught myself how to do bookbinding. So yeah, I love to learn how to make things. It's just really exciting to learn how it's done and then to make it myself. Also, how to do, yes, soap. I forgot that. Soap, and actually I did learn how to make cosmetics once too. Hello, Jay. How are you? You are just in time to learn about all of my likes, which I'm sure is just as fascinating to you as it is to me. So, moving on to the next thing. I love to read. I know that there's a joke coming. Yes, I know how to read. I love to read. I just read almost anything and everything. History, nonfiction, fiction. I admit I do love a good romance novel. No judgment, but hey, books are great, fairy tales especially. Yes, yes, shake your head all you want. I also love organizing fundraisers for charity. So, in addition to some of my other creative projects, and this is real talk for a moment, I do absolutely love fundraising for charity. I participate actually in a number of groups. One of those actually does a little bit of Blitzball RP, and we raise money for charity every year. Raised actually, I think so far, my last calculation, about $13,000 for various different charities, such as, the Extra Life, To Write Love on Her Arms, No Kid Hungry, just to name a few. So that's something that I just super love to do. I like to use creativity, fun things to encourage people to be more interested in nonprofit and not-for-profit organizations that really help to benefit just so many people, because giving back and trying to do good things for others should be fun. That's just something that I truly believe. Maelstrom amongst them, yes. There are many Blitzball teams. Maelstrom, Limsa Levinsa is among them. And thank you. Hello, Elric. I'm so happy to have you here. And fifth, I love to watch movies. I am a bit of a movie nerd. Hence a lot of the theme for all of this. Don't know if you noticed, but it has a little bit of a film noir vibe to it, especially with the mystery. Kind of even the outfit and the look of everything. I love movies, and I wanted to kind of translate that into what I'm doing here. I do plan to actually, maybe once every so often, possibly once a year, kind of change the look of things to kind of a new movie genre. I also, I'll talk about this more later, kind of maybe plan to do some movies of my own. Me stage a murder? No. I would never stage a murder. My favorite movie? Okay, again, no judgment here. So I probably have two kinds of favorites. There is the favorite that, is just your favorite movie to, watch or to experience. And then there's the favorite one that you'll just watch over and over again, especially like if you just need to feel a little snuggly. My favorite movie, as far as story and kind of the art and everything like that, is it's a movie. It's a bit of an older movie. It's called What Dreams May Come. It's actually kind of a retelling of Dante's Inferno. And it's just so beautiful because of the art that they incorporated. It is extremely sad. It is very, very sad, but the movie itself is breathtaking. But because it is so sad, it's not the movie that I can watch over and over again. You have to be in a certain mindset and mood for that one. But if you have not seen it, I completely recommend that you check it out. And yeah, it is definitely, more sad with what happened to Robin Williams. I think in some ways it makes it even more poignant too. So, but it's, like I said, it's a retelling of Dante's Inferno. Oh, yes, I will. Okay, I'll do a movie night with it, definitely. I would love to share that. The art direction is amazing. The movie, actually, it's a series of movies. that I will watch over and over again. And I actually watch it at least once a month. It is my guilty pleasure, but the Hunger Games trilogy, I will watch it once a month at least. I don't know what it is about that, but the Hunger Games trilogy, I think it's actually just, I personally, I find it a great series of movies, and I don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. I personally find that it gets better every time, for me at least, every time I watch it. So, welcome, Toxic Buddy. I'm so happy to have you. My favorite bad movies. Oh, that's easy. My favorite bad movie, and I will do a movie night with this one, but my favorite bad movie that I like to subject everybody to who's never seen it before is Jupiter Ascending. That's Jupiter Ascending is like, somebody will always say, oh, no, this is the worst movie I've ever seen. I'm like, oh, have you seen Jupiter Ascending? Let me show you the worst movie. It's so, I find it's so bad. It's great again, though. The beats are cool. Yeah. Oh, thank you, everyone, for the follow. A bad movie I hate with my whole being. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. It's not, I wouldn't say it's a bad movie, but the one movie that I hate with my whole being, and some people would really be upset with me with this one because they're a great fan of the director, but Barry Lyndon. I want those hours of my life back. I want a refund. Yes, the lighting was beautiful, but I would rather watch paint dry. Oh my goodness. Anyways, we have a dead body here. I need to continue with proving my innocence. Nick Cage movies. Okay, was it the Wonderland movie? I can't remember that. I just watched that one recently, and that one, it knows what it is, it knows it's bad, and it celebrates it, and that's what makes it fantastic. The dead body can wait. Okay, sorry. Moving along. Oh gosh. Thank you, everybody else. I just popped my hair, dead body. Oh my goodness. Oh. Hey, Dad. Welcome to the stream. We're so happy to have you. Oh, okay, dead body. Prevenances. Yes, moving on. Dislikes. And yes, thank you, everybody, for following. This has nothing to do. This in no way has no bearing on the dead body at all. At all. You know, Pierre I'm sure, was a great and wonderful person in her own right, and I would never murder them or anyone else. I would never murder Pierre. Yes. No, I'm not sus. I'm not sus at all. But, you know, okay, we're just going to move past this one, you know, but, you know, people who hunt snurbles are bad people. Okay, I under the advice of my counsel in chat, I'm going to stop using the M word. Oh. This one doesn't help me either, does it? I also dislike, you know, snurble blood and hair products. Yeah. No bearing on the matter at hand. No, none at all. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one to talk about. Let's talk about pineapple. I really dislike pineapple. I don't know what it is. I don't like the taste. I don't like the texture. I don't like how like fibery and thready it is. It's just okay. It's okay on pizza. That's the only time it's okay. But any other time, pineapple, blech, bleh, bleh. No. I've had apparently many bad pineapples. Oh, pineapple's worst. For something about it on pizza, especially like if you have it with like some shaved almonds, a little bit of cinnamon, the ham, it's actually quite enjoyable. Pineapple is deleted. The enzyme where pineapple is trying to eat me back. I didn't know it had an enzyme where it tries to eat you back. That's awful. That is so terrible. Pina colada is good. Toxic Bunny, what symbols are you using? I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think I've met a lot of people who like either really like pineapple or they absolutely hate it, and I'm definitely in the hate it column. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know why the pineapple emoji is causing the bot to lose its mind. Snurbalina apparently has something against pineapples as well. I apologize on behalf of Snurbalina. I don't know if she maybe thinks it's a rival predator or what's going on, but it's a conspiracy against pineapple. I agree. So, moving on. I think, yeah, I'm gonna say no comment. No comment. So we're just gonna skip past that one. Cooking. I hate cooking. Yes, that's a safe one to talk about. Let's talk about how much I hate cooking. And yeah, no, not a cooking fan. No, Snurbalina went rogue. Mods. Snurbalina, will you please calm down just a little bit? But the thing is, I like to eat. I like to eat food. I'm just like happier when somebody else cooks it. That's all. But I just like cooking. So hopefully something of this so far has helped convince you, everyone here, that I am innocent. I am totally and completely innocent. So we're going to talk a little bit just about my content plans really quick, to prove what, a wonderful and kind-hearted individual I am, innocent person. One of the things I want to really totally completely innocent. No, totally completely innocent. That's what, so one of the things I would really like to promote is something that mental health positive gaming, how to kind of like engage in games in ways that are good for ourselves, to help us, mentally, maybe even a little bit physically, how to, especially in MMOs, be able to engage with others in a ways that doesn't feel stressful to us, managing time, no rage gaming, exactly. I think that oftentimes, negative experiences in games, getting like really angry, especially in a PvP match, it causes us to feel worse over time. Sometimes having that, competitive spirit and being really pumped can be great. But it's, sometimes also it's okay to kind of engage in, gaming where you're just kind of chilling out, you're relaxing, almost kind of doing a little bit of meditative gaming. I definitely want to share, a lot of ideas as far as how to game in a way and to participate in gaming communities in a way that is positive for, our mental health. I'm not, by any means, a total expert on this. I am somebody who actually, has struggles myself with mental health. And I think that by being open with that and by discussing it in a real way that, destigmatizing it, I think it's definitely something that we can all really work to improving and build those better communities, whether they be smaller, larger, what have you. I do want to also talk about mental health in a way that by being honest with each other as far as about the struggles that we have, but not in a way that, necessarily becomes toxic in itself. Because sometimes, we can go a little bit too far, but there's a good way to manage it, to be open, to be honest, but not create another issue in itself. And this is something I feel really important about, really passionate about. If you will notice, I have in my roles that, I definitely want to have those honest conversations, but also emphasizing I am not a mental health professional. Nobody in the stream and any of the chat groups, and as far as my community, should be considered a mental health professional. But if you are looking for help, I want to help create a community where we can help you as far as the resources that are posted on the About page. There are resources out there to, even if you are having financial struggles, to be able to get that help. If you're in a more immediate crisis, I have resources there to be able to get that help. Yeah, and that's something that I want us to all be kind of like open about, to share and support each other with. Like I said before, I also love learning. So one of the other things I want to do is basically learn with me. What I mean by learn with me, I do plan to do some tutorial videos on some things that I feel like I'm experienced with. By no means perfect knowledge. So there will be flaws, and I appreciate any type of feedback, but also I want to take the opportunity to learn how to do things, but learn how to do them with each other, and, to be able to support each other. So that's kind of what Learn With Me is all about. One of the things that I would like to learn, and I've shared with a couple of friends, I am a person of Alaskan Native heritage, and I would like to actually learn what would be considered my tribe's native dialect. So as far as in the Inuit language. So I know that's really obscure, but, hopefully that's something other people might be interested in. So. And one of my third plans is Pentaplex Productions. Oh, there's Snurbelina again. I don't know maybe she's looking around for something. Who knows? So Pentaplex Productions, what that is I hope to make some basically entertaining mini movies. Snurbelina isn't the murderer, and she's not trying to hide the murder weapon or dead bodies or anything like that. Just be nice. So, but yeah, I'd like to do like some video shorts, especially using some of the fine spray Snurbelina. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I want to do some short kind of entertaining movies. There's a couple of ideas going around, such as doing kind of like a version of like the Fractured Fairy Tales. So hopefully that is something that you can all look forward to. So as you saw, like the starting soon, that was a little bit of my rough video editing as it is, as far as, going, the curtain raising. That was one of the things actually I taught myself how to do watching a lot of tutorials. So I left a lot of really dangerous people. Okay, yes, we will hurry. No murder's gonna ruin this. Exactly. So let's move on. Kind of moving on. Goals, I want to raise $1,000 for charity. Again, something I was really passionate about. I want to make entertaining tutorials for gaming and VTubing, some of the things I've learned through this debut process. Make mini movies, storytelling videos. Become more confident. And there she goes again. I don't know what she's up to. You're not making me look good, Snurbelina. Become more confident in interacting with others. Like I said, when I started this, I was really nervous. I've always kind of been, a little nervous as far as about using my voice. Yes, everybody hydrate. Okay, 1 moment, hydration break. Okay, so that was a hydration. Hey, Magister Catherine, thank you for joining us. No, I see. I was here. I just took a little sip of water. It's fine. But yes, I want to become more confident in interacting with others and using my voice. There's always been so much that I've wanted to be able to say to people and to communicate people as far as about, especially, passions that I have. I want to learn how to listen better as part of that. I think that's one of the things as far as becoming more confident with others. Oh, gosh. Oh, okay. But yeah, so that's one of my goals. Thank you for the follow. Yes, so excited to have you. And really quickly, I just want to go through some of the credits as far as what made this entire stream possible. First of all, we have my lovely stylist, aka the model artist, is Zealous Art, who is here. Zell, say hello. Zell did all of the art and design for Penelope. I came to her with a rough sketch, such as it was, and it's like, this is what I want. And through a lot of back and forth, she helped me kind of develop the style and give some ideas. And this is where we are right now. And it turned out I look fantastic. I look just wonderful. We also have, the person who is responsible for, my physical training, as I like to think it, or, the model rigging, which is Pyro Serenas, did a wonderful job, extremely detail-oriented perfectionist, still has a couple of tweaks that he wants to make to the model, even though I think that the rigging is actually really wonderful, really beautiful. I mean, look at all that movement. Yes. Got a little wink going on here. Angry face. The sad face. So, and then, the little bow swish that we have here. The hair, it's wonderful. And it did such a really incredible job. So, and I really super look forward to working with him more in the future. Now, you cannot eat a snurble. We are not eating snurbles here. Pyro did a really great job on the rigging. So the overlay and logo design was done by Maya Khan, and you can find her information here. I don't know if she's here tonight, but she really put a lot of heart and thought, was very, diligent about trying to communicate with me back and forth. So this is what we have. Some of the stuff that I had not even thought about before when I initially came up with the design was some of the roses and whatnot. So it really ended up beautiful. There's the logo with the little movie reel there. I love it. And one of my favorite parts is Snurblina. The design and the making of the gift was done by a good friend who is here, Whimsy Art Bee. And there's Snurblina. Isn't she beautiful? Has a little crown and everything because she's royalty. She's a queen. She's glorious. Look at that flowing hair. Additional credits, we also have static emotes, which will be available on the Discord, and also some animated emotes, which are in progress. The static emotes were by Nishi, and she did such a really great job, so you'll have to check those out. The animated emotes were also done by Maya Khan, who I really absolutely love this little animated emote with the sunglasses. I think it's so sassy, and I love it. The crown, no, crown might have been the murder weapon. What are you guys on about? And sub badges. These were done by VMimi, also who has done some of the assets that were available on her coffee shop that I downloaded. I absolutely love those. saw them, fell in love with them, and then I saw that she did sub badges as well. So I asked her to do sub badges for the Twitch channel. So some of the beautiful items that she had was, I like this. This is the Kate Sith headband. So that was really cute. And then, well, it doesn't look so great right now, but the Asian blanket, I thought that was really adorable too. Yes, very cozy. It would look better if I had my model position right. But yeah, she did the sub badges, and so have a little Penelope themed martini glass there. Totally inconspicuous. Yes, wasn't hiding anything at all. So with being able to have sub badges, that kind of means that first, in being able to use those sub badges, I have to be affiliate. I know a lot of people said that, once I debuted, they were going to really do everything that they could to help me become affiliated with Twitch. And I completely appreciate all of that support. However, that support is not going to be necessary because as of a week ago, I got affiliate. So, hey, yay. That's one of the reasons so it wasn't on the goal list. So after this stream, coming next stream, I will have hopefully those badges in place and all of the affiliates. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. The only gripe you have is I wouldn't let you show more cleavage. Maybe the next outfit. We'll talk about the next outfit as far as, sharing a little bit more cleavage. But thank you, everybody, for the cheers and everything like that. So I am, oh gosh. No, East cannot talk to Zell. Oh, thank you, everyone. We will talk about the next outfit. Yes, I have some ideas. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. I am super excited to see what we could do with it. Some of those static emotes will also be available once I have everything set up. I haven't clicked through yet, so I don't know what all's involved with getting this set up, but hopefully I'll be able to get it set up by the next stream. So thank you, Tlearn. Thank you, Catherine and Sunrock Lizard and Aquapulse and everybody. I am so, yes, thank you so much. Couple more credits. Original music, which you have not heard yet, was done by Grim Fables. And the background artwork from earlier, the interior of the Pendergast estate, was done by I'm a Bunny, who did a fantastic job. She has an Etsy shop. Just definitely check out her art. It's gorgeous. Okay, so by now you should be totally and completely convinced I didn't do anything. I am innocent. Completely innocent. No reason why I wouldn't have no reason why I would hurt poor Pierre. So, I guess. Yeah, of course. No, it's not I guess. Of course, Penelope, you're innocent. Of course. You would never hurt Pierre. Oh no, he was such a great. Probably faking it for the insurance money. I mean, yeah, I like that idea. He was faking it for the insurance money. We're gonna find out. So with that, let's figure out who killed Pierre Gilroy. We have our suspects who are most likely to have murdered poor Pierre. Maximilian Crawford, Zara Chorus, Wendy DeArgent, Tom Kempt, our reporter, Pierre Gilroy, the aspiring hair model. That last one we can just ignore. It was not me. Absolutely was not me. So, how do we decide who was it that killed poor Pierre? The mullet. Ugh. I mean, it's possible, I suppose, that Pierce's mullet did it. No, it wasn't me. So, in the days upcoming to this event, I posted a number of clues, puzzles, as far as who it was that might have done this to poor Pierre. If you have done those puzzles, if you've completed and solved them, you have a little bit of an edge as far as knowing a little bit about where different people may have been, what things may have been in their possession or motivations that they had. No, you're not seeing two Pierres. This down here at the bottom in the blue, that's Pierce. Yes. So, before we get on with trying to figure out who it was that murdered poor Pierre, a couple of things to kind of go over. So first, how this is all going to work. How are we going to decide who's going to get the prize for figuring out who murdered poor Pierre? So, how it's going to work like this is everybody, we're going to go through one by one, and you get to ask a few questions about each one of our suspects. No trial by combat. No, trial by deduction. You will get to ask a couple of questions about each one of the suspects. Things like, were they seen with anything in their possession? Trial by hair flip. Where were they seen just before Pierre was, found? Things like that. Or you can also be creative with your questions. During that time, everybody will have 5 chances to make a guess as far as who it was that they thought did it. You're going to make your guess like I'm going to show an example. So, you will get a message that a giveaway has started. Hold on one moment. Having some technical difficulties, of course. No stream is without it. I am so sorry. Give me one moment. I'm going to have to work around this. Okay. This is streaming, everyone. Is something goes wrong and you figure out how to make it work anyways. So, I will post a message like this. Are you ready to solve the mystery? Make your accusation use the format !, suspect -location -weapon. you'll go ahead and make your accusation. And even if it is correct, you will not necessarily get a confirmation message just because I don't want to give away whether or not somebody has answered correctly. It'll be a mystery and we'll find out who was right at the end. You'll get 5 chances to make a guess as we go through each question because I will start the raffle right before we do the questioning. So yes, if you want to do Wendy kitchen bare hands, that's basically exactly what you would do. So, not that this is the case, but let's say you want to guess that it was Penelope with a snurble in the library. That's what you would type. And if you are correct, you will get a notification that you were correct. But before we begin the questioning, we are going to take just a very, very short break. So I hope to see you back here in just a few minutes. See you soon. sorry for that, everyone. I don't know what it is with Snurblina. She is like really agitated right now. I think all of this has just her in such a state. Me and some of the staff, we had to go kind of soothe her a little bit, let her know that everything's going to be okay. There's nothing to worry about. I, for one, am not going to be going to jail, obviously. But, just she's still alive. Yes, Snurblina's fine. Snurblina's fine. I'm glad that you asked. I know that is probably a subject of much concern for everyone. No, Snurblina was not the one. So, we want proof of life. You will get proof of life soon enough, I promise. So, let's move on with the questioning phase. Got our conditioner wrong. Yeah, that is a thing. You don't use the right conditioner, you don't get like a nice flowy luster. Either your locks are a little bit weighed down. They might be shiny, but they're kind of just limp. Or if you have a lot of body, maybe there's not enough shine. Just it happens. So. But anyways, we are going to move on with the questioning phase of this little mystery of ours. So let's solve who killed Pierre Gilroy. Hair Club for here, president, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. So, because Snurblina is a little bit out of commission, the staff is going to now be watching the chat to see who comes up with the right combination. Again, if you want to post a guess, you're going to put the first name of the person. So again, it'll be like this. The name followed by dash murder weapon and then dash location where you think that the crime took place, where poor Pierre met his demise. So it'll be in that format. So who would like to ask the first question of our suspects? It was not Colonel Mustard. I don't even know who Colonel Mustard is. Okay, Merciless Mime. Yes, I see that you have a question. That is actually a really good question. So it appears that Pierre was stabbed in the back. So there was a wound in the back, a bloody wound, and it appears that he was stabbed. Tater, I see that you have a question. Also I see that we also had another question. If you could be a fruit, what would you be? I'd be a strawberry. I like strawberries. Strawberries are wonderful. A crown has many prongs to it. So when we looked at the wound on Pierre's back, like I said, it was a stab wound, but there was only one puncture. It was a very deep puncture, but there was only one puncture. So if it had been a snurble crown, I imagine that there had been, a couple of different punctures from the different prongs on the crown. We're not going to talk about the cat ears. No, we're not going to talk about the cat ears. Were bought down. I did not have them at the time of poor Pierre's demise. So what other questions do we have? Gwen, I see that you have a question. Does Pierre have any beef with anybody? Well, that's a really interesting question. So, Pierre, okay, Pierre did ask me to stop trying to, save the Snurbles, talking about how there is a shortage of Snurble blood. And that, the hair club for her needs more. I don't care. That's his problem. That doesn't mean I did it, of course. However, Pierre also did have, I've been told, had a bit of a kerfuffle with Pierce. He claims that Pierce stole his look from him, which, I don't know. They do kind of had similar hairstyles, but can we honestly think that Pierce is a little bit ditzy? That Pierce could actually steal anything from anybody? That actually means that he would have to be kind of, smart for that. So, Pierce, however, I've heard, claims that Pierre completely ripped off his look from him, saying that, especially Pierce, as far as with his growing, aspiring hair model kind of popularity and fame, that Pierre was trying to co-opt that in order to promote the hair club for here, by using Pierce's, fabulous locks and saying that, if you join the hair club for here, you too can have hair like this. I also knew that Pierre didn't necessarily I don't think that he cared for Zara or Wendy very much, because he did honestly say some really unflattering things about, their artistry and their performances. I think it was 2 big hacks is what he said. I don't think that, I'm sure that actually isn't something that, that Wendy or Zara would be bothered by, because they're above that. But, excuse me. I do hear that, maybe that was brought about by the fact that Pierre did want, Zara to help promote the hair club for here. And Zara was like, no way. So, another thing that was also kind of interesting, a little bit of a rumor that I heard, is that he and Pierre and Tom Kemp actually had a particularly kind of I don't know, it was a little bit of a loud scene one day in the city. I had heard that Tom actually wrote a really unflattering profile on Pierre, and Pierre was really unhappy with it. And, just was, standard things like, you'll never work in this town again, that kind of thing. But, who knows? So, I think that kind of describes, possible beef that people may have had with Pierre and vice versa. Bye, TGCH. I hope that you had fun. I hope you have a great night. Good night. Is that Tater in jail? Did Tater do it? I think it was Tater. Any other guesses? Any other questions? Oh, it's just how your house is set up. Okay. Bear, let's hear what you have to ask. It doesn't appear that there are any Lalas. But yeah, I mean, Lalas are kind of suspicious, aren't they? Who was the last person to admit seeing Pierre alive? You know, that is a good question. So which of these people saw Pierre alive? Let me ask around a little bit. So, two people were actually, may have seen Pierre last. And okay, I'm sad. I have to, admit, because I want to be honest to prove my innocence. When I last saw Pierre, he was in the kitchen, which I happened to be in there. I chipped a nail earlier and I was trying to fix it. So I was hiding out in the kitchen. I was trying to, fix the nail. I was filing a little bit with a nail file and, trying to smooth out the tear. And then I was painting over it with a bit of red nail polish and I accidentally spilled it on my dress. So I cleaned it up. Of course I was fixing it in the kitchen because, who else would think to find me there? Who else would think to find me there? It seemed like a perfectly safe place to hide out. And just as I was finishing up, Pierre came in. And, I left. I kind of hid away everything. No, I wasn't cooking. I hate cooking. I was just fixing a nail. That was all. And as I left the kitchen, I happened to pass Tom Kent, who said that they were coming from the library. And which was kind of interesting. And, I think I remember them going in the direction of the kitchen. I'm not sure. They may have said that they were going to the bathroom, but so maybe Tom saw him. I know that, Pierce, he was in the office. So earlier that night, he was playing with like a little curtain pull on one of the curtains and pulled it off. And yeah, I saw him in the office. He was trying to tie it around his waist like it was some sort of like fashion forward belt. I don't know what that was about. Zara was a little bit further back, actually. I believe she was in the library. Wendy, she was being a really good guest. She was enjoying her milkshake in the dining room, sitting at the table, just sipping away on her milkshake. It was from Cooper Cakes. She really enjoys, Cooper Cakes milkshakes. Actually, I own some. And Jack, you had a question. Maximilian. Oh, Maximilian. He, so earlier that night, he had actually also been in the office, but, funny thing is, Max had been in the office, and he doesn't think that I know this, but he was in the office playing with this ornamental crossbow that, my dad likes to display on their wall. And when he was playing with it, he accidentally set it off and shot, a crossbow. Believe it or not, Maximilian should not be playing with a crossbow. And it went off and, dart flew across the room, ended up, I think, in the library. And, I was kind of spying on him a little bit, I have to admit. And he kind of he tried to hide it, I think, in one of the desk drawers and then ran off into the parlor. So pretty sure that's where he was. I do seem to know a lot. We have, Kupo security. So we have, we like to keep an eye on things around here. When you have a lot of people in the house, you really should know where your guests are. You can't know where everybody is all the time, but you know, that's all. That's all it is. I promise. Hey, Ashram, how are you? Okay, Detza, you had a question. And remember, everybody, you are feel free to make an accusation at any time. You can make up to 5. Is there a security camera around the room where the body was found? You know, we actually, for whatever reason, we don't necessarily keep one in the kitchen, although we probably should. Hey, Hammersmith, welcome to the stream. It's so glad to see you. But yeah, you know, there's one, like, I think near the doorway. It looks into the kitchen a little bit. So I suppose we could go check it. You accuse me? No, we're trying to prove my innocence. Don't accuse me. No, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. Maximilian crossbow, office into the kitchen. No, I'm innocent. Come on, you guys are supposed to help me. Not accuse me. You don't want to. I can't do these streams from jail. I mean, actually, that is an interesting concept. Come on, you know. Penelope is innocent. Penelope is innocent. Okay, come on. More questions. Anybody? Who has some questions? Merciless Mime, come on. Anybody? Is it competitive or cooperative? Well, I mean, unless you get the information, then nobody's going to get a chance to win. And this is for a $50 Steam Wallet gift card. You can't ask if it wasn't Sarah. You can't ask if it was somebody. Did the victim have a significant other? I don't think so. Who found Pierre's body? That is actually, okay, that is a good question. Let me check. Oh, it seems that Pierre's body was found by Phineas, which is the Pendergast butler. Was there any other evidence left behind, like items left behind the scene? Maybe a hair left behind the scene. The butler did it. Oh, but you know, Phineas isn't there. Phineas isn't up on screen. You can't accuse poor Phineas. He's such a good butler. You know, there actually, Phineas is telling me that, yeah, there was some evidence left behind at the scene. He actually, what's that? Oh. He found a pair of scissors. And it looked like somebody had recently tried to clean some blood off of them. So that's interesting. What brand of scissors? Yeah, no, it definitely couldn't have been Wendy because, yeah, she only uses safety scissors, so. I know Pierce actually, he is afraid of scissors ever since a little incident where he had glued his hands to his head and had to go through a haircut. Now he only gets his haircut by a trained professional, and usually he has to be sedated because he's very afraid of scissors now. So, okay, Gwen, question. I'm going to take 2 more questions. So Gwen and one other person, if anybody else has a question. I believe Maximilian Crawford is an entrepreneur. I am told that he owns actually a hunter's guild, which I have heard. Actually, no, I know for a fact that Hunter's Guild has actually worked with the hair club for here in the past. Maximilian is not a hairdresser. I am fairly certain that he would not lower himself to do anything so common. It's a noble profession, but you know, Maximilian is a little bit of a snob. So one last question. No, it's not Penelope. Oh. Yeah, he is wearing, and it's a pair of white gloves at that. So, I mean, I don't see any stains on those gloves. Okay, calling for one last question. Has Pierre ever attended an EMEA performance? No, not that I'm aware of. So that sounds like our last question then. So everyone, now that we're done with the question period, it is time to make your accusations. It has to be exclamation point, first name dash murder weapon dash location. So again, in this format, so in that format, what is the name of the top middle? That is Tom Kempt. So kind of going over them again. In the pink, we have Wendy DeArgent. Then we have Tom Kempt with the teal circle behind him. And again, completely innocent, you know, myself, Penelope Pendergast with the purple background. Bottom left is Maximilian Crawford. Then bottom middle is Pierce Gilroy. And the bottom right is Zara Chorus. So I'll type the names in chat. Snurblina's scissors in the kitchen. Oh, accusing poor Snurblina. Any other guesses? Rolling pin. Oh, that's a good question. Good guess. Alrighty, we're going to close accusations in a minute. I think Wendy was the lookout, inconspicuously drinking her milkshake in the dining room, watching traffic. Pierce was ready with the rod to take out anyone who got too close to the kitchen. Zara lured Pierre into the kitchen to talk about her sponsorship, and that's where Max lined up his shot. Oh, and then Tom reports that Penn did it. That's actually a really good idea. I like that narrative. I really do. Where does Snurblina fit into all of this? Penelope with a pen in the dining room. Oh. I'm shaking my head at you. Shaking my head. The only thing that could be better is if you said Penelope with a pen in the penthouse. And of course, Spear takes that suggestion. Okay. Any last accusations? Accusations closing in 30 seconds. Please type them now. Wendy with a crossbow in the living room. Death Note library. Okay, accusations close in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Penelope left kitchen. Okay, and close. Alrighty. So, before we announce who may have guessed closest, let's review. So, poor Pierre, Hair Club for Here president, was murdered and found in the kitchen with a puncture wound in their back, which is the presumed cause of their death. Nearby was found a pair of scissors that looked like recently somebody had tried to clean them. Wendy, meanwhile, was in the dining room drinking her milkshake. While before Pierre's demise, Penelope, myself, had been in the kitchen trying to fix a broken fingernail, filing it down with a nail file. I left the kitchen, passing Pierre on the way out, and also Tom, who said that they were coming from the library, presumably on the way to the bathroom. Maximilian, meanwhile, a little bit earlier in the night, had been in the office playing with a crossbow that had accidentally gone off, and Maximilian had stashed the crossbow in the desk drawer in the office. Pierce later took Maximilian's place, Maximilian having gone to the parlor, and Pierce was trying to tie a curtain pull cord around their waist to hide it as a belt that they tried to convince everybody was a fashion-forward accessory. Zara, not far from the office, was in the library. Zara was kind of hiding in the library, startled by the crossbow bolt that had gone off and had actually pierced the bookshelves and the bolt is currently now sticking out of one of the books in the library. She was so startled by this, she knocked over a candlestick. No, it wasn't a curtain rod. It was a curtain pull, like the curtain tie. That is where. That's how Sarah burned down the Pendergast estate. No, luckily the candlestick was not lit. Thank goodness. So that is where everyone was leading up to and around the time of Pierre Gilroy's untimely demise. So, out of everyone, who murdered Pierre Gilroy? Let's find out. Are we ready to find out? Okay, here we go. Who murdered Pierre? 3, 2, 1. If you guessed Tom Kempt, then you were correct. So, if you worked on any of the clues that were posted during the week, you would have discovered that Tom was also a bit of a Save the Snurble supporter. Hey, Anki, how are you? I'm so glad to see you here. Thank you. Thank you for being proud of me. It means a lot. Anki's one of my good friends. So Tom was secretly a supporter of the Save the Snurbles cause. Well, it turns out there's a little bit more to that. Tom was actually quite a ravenous supporter and even more militant than myself, and had wrote some of those unflattering articles to help paint Pierre in a bad light. And because of that, Pierre Gilroy threatened Tom's job. You know, like I said earlier, you know, one of those whole, you'll never work in this town again kind of thing. Tom was so frustrated by the fact that Pierre is getting away with all of this, getting away with stealing Pierce's look, using Pierce's fame, continuing to harm these Snurbles, continuing to, you know, speak badly about, you know, Wendy and Zara and all of these poor people. My improper security measure. Oh, okay, so it's still my fault. Gotcha. That Tom followed Pierre to the kitchen, and after I passed Tom entered the kitchen and proceeded to have an argument with Pierre. And Tom was so angry that he picked up the first thing that, you know, he found nearby, which happened to be a pair of scissors, kitchen scissors, and stabbed Pierre in the back, murdering him. And no, Penn did not pay Tom. No, it was not part of a big boom. You can't prove that. There is no evidence of that. No evidence whatsoever. None. Still accusing me after I have done so much to prove my innocence. I just can't believe it. No, sorry, the camera footage has already been destroyed. I don't know what to tell you. Phineas is really diligent about, you know, recycling camera footage. So no, it wasn't me. It was not me. absolutely was not me. Guys are awful. Still accusing poor innocent me. I didn't do anything. So, anyways, that is our murder mystery for tonight. The first time I ever really wrote a murder mystery. It was a lot of fun. I hope it all made sense. I hope that everybody had fun with it. Yay! I'm glad that you had fun. Thank you to everybody who followed. I did not see the notifications of exactly who it was, just because I had the alerts turned off for the screens that I was using for the duration of the debut. But I really I heard so many chimes, and I'm incredibly thankful for all of those follows, for everybody who came, for everybody who participated. I know that this was maybe a little bit offbeat from a normal debut, but you know, I'm a little bit offbeat from a standard VTuber, and I feel really passionate about kind of, you know, expressing myself in my own way. Oh, thank you, Kate. I'm glad that you really like it. And oh, thank you, Moogle Go Round Radio, for the follow. That's amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody again who watched this debut. I'm so happy to have all of you, and I hope that you continue to tune in the future, and look forward to some of the videos that I will be posting to places like YouTube, possibly TikTok. And if you guys have any suggestions for me as far as how I can improve in the future, I definitely want to hear all of them. I want to really learn as much as I can. I am very, very much a novice at all of this, but I think if anything I want this project to be about is about growth, about learning, about, you know, being okay with the fact that we're all imperfect people just trying to do better every day. So with that, I am gonna go ahead and conclude the stream. And I would really, again, yeah, thank you everybody for all of your support. It means a lot. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.